Well, happy Saturday to you. Hope you're doing absolutely great today. It is time to continue. I was going to say wrap up our roundup of what happened in the council meeting, the committee of the whole council meeting, where no decisions are made. There's no votes on bylaws or anything. That's for the regular council meeting. But we're rounding up the committee of the whole meeting, which is more discussion, setting agendas on what the council needs to start making decisions on at the next meeting or beyond. And it's an interesting kind of limbo happening right now because, according to the Local Governance Act, as I've mentioned before, a council may not vote on bylaws or policies during an election period. And the election is about to be called on March 23rd. Candidates can enter their nomination papers between that period and April 10th. That's when it's the cutoff. People are asking me all the time, you're running, Mark, who else is running? Do you know anybody who's running? I hear a rumor, there's this rumor, that rumor. As far as I know, I'm the only one who is campaigning, or whatever you call this, putting into practice what I plan to do as your mayor. And part of that is coming on and talking to you directly in plain language about decisions that are being made, discussions happening at committee of the whole, rationale around what is being considered and why. I think that's really important for you. Even on the level of, as we've said here, there's a link in the description if you're on Facebook or YouTube. Instagram, you can't click, so find me over there. The agenda for the council meetings. And when you click on that and open it, you're met with the agenda. But again, unless you're kind of in the know, once you know this, it's easy. But you look at each item, and then in the HTML version, not in the PDF version, but in the HTML version, again, even that, HTML, PDF, you got to click on that, then you get the HTML version, then you look at the council agenda item, and then you got to click on the little paper clip. And then on the left side, on the right side rather, a little box will pop up where you can look at those individual documents. So everything is very transparent, I have found. I think our municipality runs really well. We got a good staff and clerk and the CAO organizing this information, but finding it is the challenge. And that's what I want to be a little bit more accessible with you on how to do that, see if we can do this easier for you, that kind of thing. That's why I'm trying to put links down below for the relevant topics directly that we're discussing here. That's something I plan to continue to do as mayor. Let's continue the roundup. And what I really wanted to talk about today, like I say, it might finish up, but I think there'll be another part two tomorrow, well, I guess it'll be part four, part two of our wrap up, because there was a late agenda item added that I actually think is really helpful to go through with you, because it will bolster your understanding of how council and the staff, the administration of our municipal government works. Remember this? If you don't, I'm not going to rehash it now. Go see an earlier video where I'm holding that up in the thumbnail screenshot. Let's talk now, though, if you want to know what's going on with development here in the Municipal District of St. Stephen. I know a lot of people I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's being built. I don't know if things are being torn down, put up, that kind of thing. There's a really helpful report that happens when the Southwest Service Commission, remember that's the Regional Service Commission, we are a part of it, a whole series of that last week or so. The Regional Service Commission does provide a report, and it's very detailed on the work that they have done and that we have paid for in terms of consultancy and their work and their planning as St. Stephen, the municipal district, develops. It is extremely detailed. So I want to walk that through with you today. So under departmental reports in the agenda, you will see Southwest NB Service Commission Planning Report. And when you click on the paperclip, again, look for that little pop-up on the right side, you'll see two different documents. Now, one of them is an overview. It's a March report PDF, and the other one is a monthly planning report, okay? So the informational report, when you click on that, and the naming is not quite the same. So if you click on the development report, that one is super, super detailed. I don't want to cover that with you in that amount of detail. I just want you to know it exists. If you want to get to specific addresses of where work has been done pertaining to what PID, what actual zoning plot or zoning lot is in the municipal district, it is that detailed. What the address is, what kind of work has been applied for, etc. That is public information, believe it or not. But the Municipal District of St. Stephen monthly planning report is really helpful. And I want to go through with you some of the things that are in the report. So the municipal planning update is kind of in plain language. It's kind of the activity that the Regional Service Commission has been asked to do for the municipality. Again, we pay them for this service. But then the development update for 2026 is interesting because it is bullet point listing of the development that is happening in the current reporting period. So in this case, it would be probably February if this is the March 11th report. And yeah, planning report for March would be the previous month and year to date. So remember, we are always dealing with, I want to anchor you in the understanding that we're always dealing with a $14.9 million revenue budget. When we're talking about the money that is brought in and dispersed throughout the community for operations, maybe some of that money needs to be earmarked for the capital fund. It's really important to understand that that is the pot that we are dealing with when it comes to improvements and developments. But here's another really important number that you should know about. The tax base. This is on page 1 of the budget. I'm holding in my hand the budget. And on page 1, you're getting a rundown of the tax base. Now, believe it or not, the Municipal District of St. Stephen as a whole has a tax base of $842 million. That is in property value that is taxed. And the tax warrant on that, again, you look at the percentage of your mill rate, the money that's we talked about how the urban ward pays $1.56 per mill rate. We've talked about how the rural ward pays 56 cents per mill rate, but then they get a 41-cent provincial Department of Transportation infrastructure tax, right? So they're paying 56 cents plus 41 cents, about 98 cents. So that's all. We've talked about that before, but these big numbers that are important for you to know are, it's an $842 million value of property that's being taxed. And you want to look at the previous year, and last year the number was $765 million and change. So you are seeing a growth in wealth, in the tax base, in the property that is taxed. That is absolutely crucial for a municipality. If that number is going down, then it's very, very tangible in the sense of those of us who live here and pay property taxes are going to be on the hook for a larger and larger share. If the municipality doesn't have the money, it has to be a balanced budget. They'll have to start borrowing. We will have to start borrowing because of the decay, for lack of a better word, right? Infrastructure wears out. The trucks wear out. The facilities wear out. The roads, the pipes. I say this all the time. So we want to see that community wealth growing, and we want to see that tax base growing. The way to do that is to go to the Service Commission and look up the Development Update 2026. The first item here in the report from the Southwest Service Commission says there's $3,194,000 and change in new construction value approved for development this year. So when you see a number like that, that is one of the numbers that would get added to that tax base, that $842 million and change we have as a collective in terms of taxable land and property. Well, you're going to see that that's contributing to that. So that's good news, because that means the municipality the warrant will be larger and we can pay for infrastructure. We're all in this together, right? Then you have the next item. 4 new homes and apartments have been approved this year, 1 in the reporting period. So you're seeing homes and apartments. And if you're wondering, well, that's pretty vague, again, click on the other document and you will see like the type of dwelling, the number of units. It's very, very detailed. But that's, if you really want to get into the weeds, it's there. And I just want to tell you where you can find it. For purposes of this video, though, I think it's good for you to know the overview and how we're adding to our community wealth here. 12 building permits have been approved for zoning compliance and referred to the building inspector. 7 in the reporting period. 4 development permits have been issued. 1 in the reporting period of last month. 6 zoning confirmation letters have been issued. And I want to talk a bit about that because that was mentioned and asked about in the meeting. The council discussed that, which means you should know about it too. 4 tentative subdivision plans have been approved. 3 new in the report period. And again, as mayor council, I would want to make sure that you understand and we all know whether or not that is going to demand that we pave new roads and put new pipes and sewers in, or if that is on existing infrastructure in order to maximize the value of our existing services. That's really important. And 6 new building lots have been created. So this is zoning lots. 2 in the report period. So we are seeing growth, and this is the kind of thing we don't want just growth for growth's sake, right? It is because we are sharing the reality of, say it with me, aging infrastructure, right? Now, what is a confirmation letter? This was asked at the council meeting, so it's important for you to know what a confirmation letter is. And Alex Henderson, the planner from the Southwest Service Commission, discussed this, that if you were to purchase a lot and plan to develop it, what you would want to get. And Mr. Henderson actually recommended that everybody who wants to do this gets a confirmation letter, whether it's for the bank, whether it's for some sort of, if you're investing in some way, you can go to the Southwest Service Commission and talk to them about, what you plan to do on that land and say, can I do the thing? And then they say, sure, you can do the thing. That might just be a conversation that was had. But you literally, as was said in the meeting, if you want to take it to the bank that what you discussed with them can be built, can be developed, doesn't matter what it is, whether it's a septic system or a structure, a shed, a house, you probably want a confirmation letter. You want it in writing that the thing that you want to do on that land has been approved as possible. Now, of course, you still need building inspections and all that. You need to go through, follow the policies and the regulations. But a confirmation letter says what you intend to do on that land is approved and you can move forward. And so, there were 12 permits approved. Let's see, 4 development permits issued. 6 confirmation letters issued, 2 in the report period, and it's recommended that you do that all the time. So I think that's enough for today. We only got through that one important update, but I think that's really crucial for you to know how to find this information. If you're wondering how St. Stephen is growing, if it's growing, how much in terms of actual value it is growing, take a look at whenever there's a meeting, committee of the whole is the way it is now, take a look at the Southwest New Brunswick Service Commission planning report. You will see those numbers in one report, and then again, you'll see addresses, types, a spreadsheet breakdown of what is being done lot by lot, anywhere there is activity by the Service Commission in the municipal district. So again, this stuff is there. If you've been frustrated, you don't know what's going on, I agree, sometimes it can feel opaque and difficult to navigate, but I want every resident to know that it is there. And as the mayor, I want to discuss this kind of thing to you and let you know if we are growing, if we're looking in good shape, if we're sliding backwards somehow, for some reason the municipality is contracting, that's not good. We always need to be looking for not just new investment outside, but our own residents starting businesses and building and growing so that we get increased value in the infrastructure that we already have in our district, okay? So that's it. Have a great rest of your Saturday. Sun's coming out there. It was supposed to be a miserable day. I will be knocking on a door near you soon. buildupststephen.ca is my website. I do want to take a moment to thank all the many folks who have donated to my campaign. We are north of $500-600 now. I can do a specific update at some point. The donate page has a certain number, but other people have given me cash when they've seen it. I started with this, I need $2,737 in order to purchase signs, print postcards, etc. So thank you to those of you who are helping me. It will help me get elected so I can do more of this on your behalf and serve you. I want to find out what your priorities do and bring those to fruition in a budgeted plan as we move forward as a municipality together in 2026 and beyond. Friends, have a wonderful day. Take care of yourself. Have a great weekend. Take care of your neighbor today, and let's build up St. Stephen together. Cheers.